Hi, I'm Nicole Belanda. I'm the Customer Advocacy Program Manager at Rockwell Automation, and we're here to talk about results achieved. I'm joined by Steve Strong from Concept Systems to talk about some great results that they've recently helped a customer achieve. Hi, Steve.
Hi, Nicole. Thanks for having me. I'm the CEO at Concept Systems. We're a Rockwell Gold integrator focused on traditional control systems as well as robotic work cells.
Let's talk about this large packaging manufacturer and what they came to you looking to do.
Absolutely. So yeah, the customer came to us with an issue where they had gone to several manufacturers of more traditional palletizing cells, kind of the standard OEM that's available in the industry. Their application in particular had too much variation. They had roughly 100 different types of packaging that they needed to palletize. And the industry just didn't support that amount of variability. So we were able to come in, take their custom requirements and create a machine specific to their application that wasn't available off the shelf from other integrators. This was a brownfield facility in Central Texas. We had to work around the existing equipment in the factory. So we really worked deeply with the operations crew and the folks on the factory floor to understand what their requirement was, where there were safety concerns, where there were pillars in the way of where, a machine that we would have created in other circumstances, and made sure that not only were we bringing the best solution to the table, but that it fit within the constraints that they had. We created two separate systems that integrated together. One, a case erecting system that was duplicated 5 times in their facility using FANUC cobots and PLC systems from Rockwell. And then a separate palletizing system using 3 very large FANUC robots, as well as a significant integrated conveyance system between the two.
We adore our partnership with FANUC. It enables a lot of solutions like what you guys have put in place. Talk more about the control for these robots.
We have a Rockwell supervisory PLC that controls the system as a whole. We have panel views that are integrated into that supervisory PLC, and really the customer has the ability to control the cell from any HMI in the facility. The safety system is also GuardLogix, and so we're excited to be able to implement a really deeply integrated system or safety system. And then we are also integrating with several individual equipment vendors for things like labeling and stretch wrapping and kind of peripheral systems as well. So we used a lot of Rockwell equipment on vendor-provided hardware as well.
This is why we love our partner network, because you have the expertise to look at these different vendors and see what the best way is to put this all together into a solution for a customer.
Absolutely, and I think something we were excited about is we had vendors that provided their own controls hardware where we specified interfaces and were able to integrate at those interfaces, as well as vendors where we created the controls architecture ourselves and then brought it all together into a solution.
Let's dig a little deeper into that solution. Can you share some of the Rockwell products that were used?
We really dug deep in the Rockwell catalog for this. So the PLC systems are all control and GuardLogix. We used panel view HMIs throughout the system, including in our robotics applications. We have SIP safety, again, throughout. Safety was a key constraint or a key part of our system performance, as well as PowerFlex drives and integrated I/O across the board. So really, we used Rockwell throughout each of our systems. They had issues where they couldn't hire enough people, or even when they did hire people, they couldn't start the facility because they weren't showing up for their shifts. One of their biggest challenges was that they simply couldn't keep the facility running in their manual mode. So now not only have we eliminated that constraint, they've actually found the ability to run more lines more often within what was the expected efficiency. So where before they sometimes had to shut down for a shift because of those labor constraints, they are now able not only to keep it running, but to run additional product and additional time where they weren't able to before. So we're excited to be able to have provided that additional capacity, and the customer is excited to be able to have that throughput in the same facility.
So how does life in the facility now look different than it did before for the operators?
Yeah, this facility, as I mentioned, is in Central Texas. It's not in an air-conditioned facility, so it gets hot. They are piping steam in to run presses and other equipment, and they are fundamentally dangerous pieces of equipment. So we've been able to move the operator further from those pieces of equipment that are dangerous, in particular using area scanners and integrated safety, as well as some, as I mentioned, collaborative robotics, and allow the operators to perform less dangerous activities as part of the automation system versus being the manual effort within that process.
So as a systems integrator who is used to coming into a site like this where there are many different vendors and many different programs running, do you have any advice for companies out there who might be looking at a brownfield upgrade and thinking they don't even know where to begin?
Yeah, it's a really important question to ask. Why automation is your target? Why are you looking for the efficiency there? And is the solution something that's actually going to give you what you're looking for? Or are you just looking to get better at what you're doing? So with automation, understanding your process up front, really focusing on the requirements of the system, regardless of whether it's a robot or traditional controls or anything in between, you really want to understand that process ahead of time and focus on the upfront to ensure that the system you get is something that's actually going to perform.
Thank you so much, Steve, for coming to tell us the story about this customer. We appreciate your time and your partnership.
Thanks for having me.